Hello and welcome back to Lady Fuller Talks. Today I'm going to be focusing on your Tuesday tips. All right, the topic of discussion is going to be COVID-19 tips on what to do, what not to do while you are working from home. So we already know that COVID came in with a rush. We were not prepared for COVID-19. However, we have been left to deal with it, which has caused a lot of stress. It has caused us to really have to tweak things in our lives and especially in our work lives. Okay, so we work so that we can have the means to do what we need to do for our family, so we cannot get away from working. However, some people have lost their jobs. Some of us have shifted from the brick and mortar to working from home. I am one of those who work from home now, and so working from home has its perks, and also it has times when it's a bit blended, so your roles become a little blended. And so today I really want to focus on trying to compartmentalize your life at home, especially now that you're working from home. All right, so tip one: don't wake up, do not wake up 5 minutes before you have to clock in for work or before you have to log into that computer. Do not wake up 5 minutes before the time. Give yourself enough time, at least an hour, to get up and get your day started. That might mean getting yourself a cup of coffee. If you are somebody that likes to sit and relax and get that coffee in before getting your workday started, don't change that now that you're working from home. If you once did it before and it worked for you, continue to do it even though you're at home. Give yourself ample enough time to start your day, okay? Start your day. If you're waking up 5 minutes before it's time for you to start your work obligations, that's going to lead you to feel overwhelmed from the beginning. All right, it's going to leave you feeling all over the place, scatterbrained. You're trying to find this, you're trying to find that, you're trying to log into your computer system, not knowing if it's going to work properly that particular day and time. So give yourself time to roll into that work routine, okay? And that might mean setting an alarm clock 15 minutes before the time that you normally would get up, so that it give you a couple of extra minutes to push that snooze button, okay? Give yourself time in the mornings, because it's important for you to be able to wake up, go groom yourself, do whatever routine it is that you like to do before starting that busy work day, all right? Also, tip 2. Let's go into tip 2. Tip 2, remember self-care. Remember self-care. So if you're not waking up 5 minutes before clocking into work, you're going to have enough time to groom yourself. I was talking about grooming yourself during tip 1. Groom yourself. Go in the mirror. Put that lip gloss on. Put that makeup on if it's your choice. Put that outfit on that you would normally wear to that brick and mortar building. Even though you're inside your home, these things still have to happen in order for you to continue to feel good. All right, so when you look good, 9 times out of 10, you're going to feel a little better, and it's going to help you to have a productive day because you're feeling good about yourself. You're not dragging, you're not moping, you didn't wake up and not enough time to get that shower in to get your day started. So tip 2, I really encourage you guys to remember your self-care. Remember your self-care. That means washing your hair in the morning if that's what you do. It means taking that hot shower if that's what you do. It means pulling out that outfit that's going to make you feel better if you didn't get a great night's rest. That's what it means. Do whatever it takes to make the self feel better. I cannot elaborate on the importance of that enough. Making sure the self feels better so that you can really execute the plan, that you can get that to-do list done, so that you can get those work obligations done. Those are the things that are necessary even when working from home, all right? So going right into tip 3. Tip 3, switch things up a little bit. So if you've been wearing those flip-flops all week long, then I'm gonna need you to put on some sneakers or put on some low heels or put on some boots. The weather is changing, the weather is brisk. Switch things up a little bit. Tip 3, switch things up. So if you normally have an office set up where you're working in the home, maybe when it's time for you to take a lunch break, don't eat at your desk at home. Go outside. Go outside on the porch. Go outside on the back patio. Walk around. Go to the mailbox. Go check your mail. Make sure you are getting your lunch in. Switch things up around the time that you're taking lunch. Switch things up when it's time for you to transition from work to dinner time, prepping for dinner, or going over homework with your children. If you are doing your work obligations in the kitchen, I suggest you switch things up a little bit because the roles are going to become blended. So you're switching from worker mode to mommy mode. Even if you don't have children, you're switching from worker mode to being at home mode. And that means if you're working in the same place in the home that you're going to be cooking in or that you're going to be sleeping in. So if you're working in your bedroom, I suggest you switch things up a little bit because you don't want to blur the lines. And I've been hearing a lot from different people that are working from home that the lines are becoming blurred and it's causing a lot of issues. It's causing a lot of issues on the emotional self. It's causing issues in their relationships, not only with significant others, but it's causing issues with their children, or it's causing issues with their friendships because they're not in the best mood. They don't want to talk when their significant others are coming over to visit or their spouses are coming home from work. They don't want to talk to their children because they're overwhelmed because of what they had to endure during the workday. All right. So these are some tips to try to make things a little more smoother while you're working from home. Tip 3, switch things up a little bit. That might mean instead of eating breakfast at your desk, that might mean drinking that coffee, eating your breakfast outside, right? Change things up. Nature is a huge therapeutic piece in our lives only if we take advantage of it. All right. So I currently hand make a body wash. Also, I hand make a sugar body scrub, and I also hand make a linen spray. And they all are in the same scent, and it's called Rose. Of course, I have other products in other scents, but I want to focus on the scent of Rose today for this Tuesday tips. And I want you to listen to me so that you can really learn something new if you don't already know it. Not saying that you don't know it, but I just learned some new stuff and I want to share it with you. All right. So I jotted a couple things down and I would love to read it to you. So the first thing states, according to a 2011 study in chemical sciences and senses, rose oil is able to decrease levels of stress, right? Decrease the levels of stress hormone cortisol in the body, okay? And in the blood. The simple scent of rose has the ability to calm and decrease levels of stress hormone cortisol in the blood. Isn't that amazing? So another profound thing that I learned about that rose oil, effects of the study was seen in the human volunteers. So not only the lab rats, but the humans. This study consisted of human volunteers that was exposed to the rose scent, and they had huge success when it came down to lowering their stress levels. All right. So the rose is very impactful on your emotional self. So you can do this during your self-care time. All right. If you want more information about how to obtain this rose body wash, the rose facial spray, the rose linen spray, contact me via email, ladyfuller@selfmentalhealth.com, or you can put it in the comment section and I'll reply and I can get that shipped out to you. No worries. All right, another study that was very important. It was in regards to menopause. All right, menopause symptoms. In a 2018 review of investigators, it was shown that aromatherapy practitioners had a long notice and a long study about rose and how rose oil can alleviate symptoms of menopause. All right, alleviate symptoms of menopause. So that's your hot flashes, that's your anxiety that comes with menopausal symptoms, that's your night sweats. Not only women experience night sweats during menopause, also men experience menopausal symptoms too. It might not be to the extent as women, however, they experience it, men experience it as well. So my products are unisex, men and women can use them, okay? And along with the night sweats, also low libido. It assists with individuals who are experiencing a lower libido due to menopause. All right. In that 2018 study, investigators concluded that rose oil was able to significantly improve sexual functions in menopausal women. All right. So I wanted to share those facts with you because I thought them to be very profound and very interesting, that the simple scent of rose oil has all of these huge benefits. So I wanted to share that with you, and I hope that these tips are helpful for you and that you put them to work, especially if you're working from home. You want to keep that routine flowing so when you do return to the brick and mortar, if it's your choice, you'll already still be in the mode of getting up early, grooming yourself, practicing that self-care, getting that cup of coffee if you want to, and when you return to that brick and mortar, eating lunch even away from your desk. So switching up that atmosphere and becoming more rejuvenated so that you can fulfill the roles of your day. Until next week, take care.